I don't normally get up at 0 dark 30, but when I do, it's because I'm headed to Slovenia for the first time ever for a 4-day camping trip and a weekend full of extreme outdoor adventures. Let's do this. "97 bottles of beer on the wall, 97 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around, 96 bottles of beer on the wall." So after our 8-hour road trip, we have finally arrived at our destination, which is Camp Kobarid here in Slovenia, which will be our home for the next 4 days. And now that we've done our little grocery store run, it is time to just put up our tents and get settled in. I'm so excited. I love this. I've been wanting to go camping for the longest time. We are already starting off on our first trek, which is a hike to a beautiful waterfall called Slap Kojak, I believe, and Slap translates to waterfall in Slovenia. And you can see this gorgeous backdrop that I have behind me, the beautiful Soča River Valley. This is the biggest slug I've ever seen. Slugs actually contain hyaluronic acid in their slug juice so that if you stick it on your face, it prevents wrinkles.
Oh, I hear you.
Glamping! All right, it's day 2, and so our first activity away from camp is going to be stand-up paddleboarding. Now, I lived in Hawaii for 3 years, so I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I'm a very experienced stand-up paddleboarder. But I'm going to be doing it on an inflatable stand-up paddleboard for the first time, so that's going to be interesting. It's also super cold out. I'm completely fully dressed from top to bottom, and it's like in the 50s or 60s. I can't tell because I don't have internet, but it is real freaking cold. How about that for a weather forecast for you? As you can see, the lake is flat, so it's a good place for beginners to learn how to sup. But if you need a little more adrenaline, there's a popular bridge you can jump off in the nearby town of Most na Soči. So we're finally warm and dry and cozy, and what is on the menu tonight? That is the question. So we have hamburger meat, turkey meat, there's carrots, potatoes, and onions, and you just wrap up your individual portion, put them on the fire, and you're good to go. For dessert, we have an apple crisp dessert. You can see Sabine cutting up the apples right now, which is apples, butter, brown sugar, flour, quick oats, and cinnamon. It's going to be so good going down, and I'm glad that I'm not the one doing the cutting. After 2 days of almost non-stop rain, the sun finally came out. We kicked off day 3 with a hike along the Kobarid Historical Trail, which takes you through the trenches of the Italian line of defense used by soldiers during World War I and the Battle of Kobarid in October 1917. We also stopped at Trnavkov Grad, which is remains of settlements dating back to prehistoric times, the Roman period, late antiquity, and the Middle Ages. We are moving on to our next adventure. This is day 3, and we are about ready to go on a 22-kilometer whitewater raft excursion. We did the Integral Descent course, which is a 3-hour trip along the Soča River that ends in Trnovo. Our guide, Teddy from Alpine Action, was really knowledgeable about the history of the Julian Alps and taught us how to safely navigate the rapids. There's calmer areas too, so this route is suitable for both children and adults. So it's my last day here in Slovenia, and I've got time to fit in one final adventure. And today I'm going to be kayaking for the first time ever. We're right back here where we were stand-up paddleboarding a few days ago. We all have to start somewhere, and this is where I'm going to be starting today. This is weird, huh? I've always been scared of the idea of flipping in the kayak, so that's made me a little bit more apprehensive to try it. That's scary. I did it. Hope you enjoyed coming along with me to Slovenia. Remember guys, life is what you make of it. With a great attitude and carefree spirit, all roads lead to adventure. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Also, if you're not already, please subscribe to my channel for more episodes.